Last time I was on this street, I was buying weed, pain pills, and Xanax from that neighborhood. Right there, about 3 blocks to the left. Last time I was on this street was before I went to Colorado. And I didn't know what was going to happen in my life. And I had to leave everything behind. And I gave it all up. I gave my life to God. And I came back and I had relapses and struggles. But I did. I gave it all up. I'm back on this road again, driving to these people's house. I just left a funeral. This was the road I had to take to get to their house. She overdosed and died off of Xanax and Suboxone. But, it's like, what are you doing with your life? You getting high? You claim to be a Christian, while others in the world are suffering, dying, and going to hell? Not me, man. It's not me. God's made himself known to me. I've studied his word enough to know it's real. I've studied the evidence outside of the Bible. I've studied the other religions. I'm not trying to be prideful. I'm just saying, God has made himself known to me before I even studied any of that. And here I am, back on this road, full of guilt that I wasn't a better influence on her life. And a lot of people told me that she gave her life to God towards the end. And that they were actually talking to Audrey. Audrey, you want to go to church with us? And they were like, it's not going to church that makes you a Christian. It's having a relationship with Jesus. And it's not by works we get to heaven, it's by faith. And, that's what I told her. But I wish I would have told her more. I wish I would have told her, we do need to change. And the works come with the faith. And I pray that she's in heaven right now. It seems to say the opposite, but I pray she's in heaven. Her family's falling apart. What are you doing with your life? Huh? We out here claiming to be Christians while people out here suffering. And we don't want to say it, one, because we're scared of what people say to us, like we'll get made fun of. 2, you don't want to give up your own addictions. You don't want to quit your own getting high, getting drunk, being lazy, gluttony, whatever it is you struggle with. Like, the church is lukewarm and God's about to spit it out, man. I don't care what anybody says. This is a generation that will see his return. And I've had enough, man. Like, as bad as this whole situation is, the one thing it's done for me is it's given me so much courage to just never, ever back down and be scared to give somebody the straight up hardcore gospel like it is. Because maybe if I would have, instead of just giving it to her very watered down, maybe she would have actually changed. But it's too late. For the next person I talk to, I'm not backing down. What about you? They say that we love Jesus by the way we rep his name. Do people even know you're a Christian? If they do know you're a Christian, do they say that guy claims to be a Christian, but he smokes weed and he drinks and he goes out and parties and he's jobless, Everybody knows I've been jobless. What impact are you having in the world? You say, well, love covers over a multitude of sins. Yeah, but are you pursuing God's love or a false love? One world love, peace, hippie type of love. That's a false love. There's 4 kinds of loves. We're to show agape love to the world. But the love that covers over a multitude of sins, well, I just encourage you to look up on that. That's all I have to say, man. I'm about to have to pull up to this house and try to be a light in this dark place. I don't think there's anybody in this place that's a Christian. I got it. What am I supposed to tell our family? Like, oh, she's in heaven. You can live a sinful life and still go to heaven. I have to figure that out right now. But I'm just saying, what are you doing with your life? It's time to make a change. We all need to make a change. It's not a game. The fear of God is life. Yes, the fear of God is life. But it's the goodness of God that leads men to repentance. And he is good. And if you won't come to him by goodness, he will use harsh discipline and will put fear in you. And if you ignore that, then your heart, it just becomes hardened. And you're turned over and you believe deception and lies. Don't become a part of that, man. You're either on fire for God or you're against God. There's no in between. There's no lukewarm. I gotta go. Think about it.